Well, everyone. So, thank you for the last couple of episodes. So, now in this episode on Japanese 101 and Japanese Tattoo 101, we're going to talk about the most obvious thing in the West. Like, everyone gets this in the West. This has been going on since the early 2000s. Like the simple kanji script that you see in someone's wrist, neck, forehead, under their tongue, um, their fingers and stuff like that, and say, oh, there's some Chinese characters, whatever, and stuff like that. So I'm about to debunk that right now. Now, in case you're wondering why do you see a Buddha over there, is because we're gonna get to that part in a minute. So basically, kanji is a script that has been borrowed from the Chinese language into Japan. So Japan can read Chinese. So since they're not intellectually mutable intelligibly, so what they do instead is they get the Chinese word and put it in a big word in kanji. So any Japanese who goes to a Chinese place or a Chinese facility or Vietnamese or whatever, they use a kanji to translate what that word is. However, when you're getting yourself kanji tattoos or any Japanese script or Chinese script tattoos, make sure you actually know someone who reads it. Make sure you know someone who speaks the language or knows the language, or maybe go to your local college and ask your professor in foreign language, in East Asian language, if you want to get a tattoo of this, and make sure he or she, or maybe one of your Asian friends who can read it and speak it very fluently, knows what you're getting on your body, because there has been many cases that people have been getting the type of kanji tattoos and then it means something else and not what they actually got tattooed for. So we heard the funny stories. Now, however, in case you're wondering, what does Sanskrit have to do with Japanese language writing? I'll tell you. As you saw on the last slide, there's a whole connection. East Asian language and modern day language has influenced by Sanskrit. Now, however, you can get a Sanskrit tattoo as well. That's in Japanese tattoo. Most Japanese people who get tattoos, or Vietnamese people who get tattoos, are use Sanskrit. They barely use their own language to get tattooed, so they use Sanskrit. Because Sanskrit is a Buddhist language, actually. A lot of Buddhists use those type of languages. However, Japanese has three alphabets, unlike English and the West and the Western stuff. Now, when you get yourself tattooed of these things, you can use Sanskrit. You can use the three alphabets: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And make sure you do your research. There's the most overall research I'm gonna give you. Make sure you know someone who can speak the language, read the language very well before you get that tatted, before you get something marked that means something else and not what you intended it to be mean for. So yes, you can use Indian Sanskrit. Indian Sanskrit has influenced East Asian languages because of Buddhism and Hinduism. However, Japanese has three alphabets. So choose those three types of alphabets: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. Mostly use kanji because kanji is common throughout all East Asia. However, make sure you do your research. Thank you, guys.